Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 28 of You Had Me at Hay, and this one is titled Festival Shenanigans. Oh, you know me? The cosplay Kirito asked as he unsheathed both of his swords and adopted the Aincrad sword stance for dual wielding. Yu clapped and squealed excitedly, then he turned his attention to Jirou. And what can I get you? He asked as he packed his swords away in the holster on his back. Asuna's cooking in the kitchen. She's maxed her cooking stats, so I guarantee it will be good, he added. Jirou placed her order, and Yu smiled at the cosplay Kirito as he left. Oh my god, this cafe's amazing, Yu squeaked. Just then, a Hanako cosplay casually rolled past on a hovercraft, munching on a donut, a pink hakudoge and a blue hakudoge floating beside him, one on each side, suspended by wires. Oh my god, Yu cackled. Who don't they have here today? Your food was brought to you by Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, and you were serenaded by Kari and Arima from Your Lie in April, the cosplayers carrying around a cardboard cutout of the violin and piano. Arima's piano fit in the palm of his hand, which he also found amusing. From another table, the Haiku boys cosplayed and were taking orders and shouting them to the kitchen staff like they were volleyball calls. Man, I could stay here forever, you said dreamily as you looked around, spotting as many different characters as you could. Here's your tea, brat, the Levi cosplay said gruffly from your right, and you looked to see him handing you a cup of tea while holding the rim of the cup with his fingertips, not from the handle, just like the real Levi would do. Ah, thank you, midget, you replied brightly. He narrowed his eyes at you. Hey, whoa, Captain Levi, a seductive voice said, and you looked past the Levi cosplay to a blonde-haired cosplayer who was in a school uniform. This little lady's got a bit of bite, he said as he walked over to you and took your chin gently in hand as he tilted your face up to his. Bit of feistiness is good, he purred. I'm gay, Usui. You deadpanned to the Usui Takumi cosplay from Kaicho wa Maid-sama. How unfortunate, he replied as he let you go. Just then, Chika Fujiwara from Love is War danced over to you and her song started. You watched with delight as the cosplayer did her dance perfectly, complete with letting a fake ladybug go at the end of the routine. I know I said it before, but I don't ever want to leave this place, you sighed to Jirou as her meal was placed in front of her by a very convincing Naruto cosplayer who Naruto ran all the way to the table with the food and then dashed off again. Okay, we have a game for everyone now, the Koro-sensei from Assassination Classroom said from a small stage that had been set up. Do we all get to try and kill you? The Kama Akabane cosplayer called from the back of the classroom. Not today, the Koro-sensei cosplayer leered, emitting his very distinct laugh. The game is to guess the anime opener songs, and whoever gets the most right wins the prize. What surprise, do we get to break the slave contract? The Raphtalia cosplay from The Rising of the Shield Hero shouted from the kitchen. No, the prize is free food from us, Koro-sensei replied. Oh, I'm so in, you said ecstatically, as you accepted the sheet of paper from a Himura Kenshin cosplayer. As he turned to give a sheet of paper to Jirou, he tripped and yelled his trademark, Oro! Hey, watch it, Batusai, Jirou jeered. Oh, my apologies, Patron Dono, he said as he scratched the back of his head and backed away while bowing profusely. Okay, Koro-sensei cosplayer called. First song! The music started, and you wrote something down next to number 1 on the sheet of paper. Whoa, that was quick, Jirou said from across the table when she saw you write something already. It's my favourite anime opener, you laughed. It would be a criminal offence if I didn't recognise it. After hearing 15 songs, you had an answer down for each. I only got 6 answers down, Jirou said flatly as she slumped her chin down in her hand. Oh, that's okay, babe. I've gotten 100% for this, so I've covered us, he said with a cheeky wink. Jirou snorted with amusement. They haven't even called the answers out. How do you know you got 100? Because I'm an otaku genius, you replied proudly. Watch and see. One by one, Koro-sensei called out the answers, and one by one you gave a tick next to each until all were ticked as correct. Just as I suspected, you said, holding up your page proudly. I have absolutely no life, but at least my anime knowledge has come in handy. Did anyone get full marks? The Koro-sensei cosplayer asked the crowd. You raised your hand. You were the only one. Whoa, seriously? Someone from a nearby table said in awe. Come up here and let me read your answers, Koro said, calling to you. You picked up your paper and walked up beside him. Wow, he said once he had read them all. They're all right. You go to the head of Class 3E. Well done. Everyone clapped and you did a goofy bow before heading back to your seat and sitting down. My girlfriend's amazing, Jirou said with a smile. talented in all areas. Speak for yourself, babe, you laughed. After collecting your food prize, you and Jirou went to look at some of the other school attractions. They had a haunted house and a scare cam set up, and you almost wet yourself laughing at the images that popped up. So after these two things, you went back to the auditorium with Jirou to help set up again for the next performance. The day flew by, and you were having so much fun, so much so that you forgot to keep an eye on the time. After Jirou's final performance, you finally looked at your watch. Oh, I have to go. I have 20 minutes to get from here to my school and have my piece in, you screamed as you turned and fled from the building, racing up to Jirou's room and grabbing your bag. Go, Yin, go! Mina yelled when she saw you running for the door. She had tailed you a bit to see if there was any way she could help. Ida's at the gate! Hop on his back! You tore out of the building towards the gate, and just as Mina had said, Ida was there waiting for you. Yin, this is most unacceptable to have left your project so late to hand in time. May I suggest in future you... Ida, spare me the lecture and get me to the school, please! I'm begging you! He yelled as you did a messy jump onto his back, and he had to stagger to the side to save you from falling off. Very well, he said as he started his jet quirk, and you took off at lightning speed. What would have taken you 20 minutes to get to school only took 10 minutes, as Ida ran you there. You were a little hoarse from screaming directions as he ran, because he had no idea where your school was, but you made it in time, and Ida waited for you while you ran up to your classroom and slammed the door open. Cutting it fine as always, your teacher sighed as she looked up at the clock. Sorry, you said sheepishly as you pulled the USB out and handed it over to her. I will grade this tonight and have your results by tomorrow, the teacher said. Yikes, that's quick. Okay then. I feel like this book would have been a lot more relatable had this been airing during exam time, but I know that you all have pretty much finished. I think everyone's done. Are you all finished yet? These exams have gone on forever. Anyway, stay tuned for the final chapter tomorrow. I'll see you then.